Coming up, Kevin and John have their review of the Rainforest Café at Downtown Disney. That's what's up next on the DIS Unplugged. The DIS Unplugged, episode 678 for the week of February 11th, 2014. The DIS Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the DIS Unplugged, coming to you live from the Bob Varley studio here in Orlando, Florida. I am your host, Dustin West, joined at the table this week by my good friends John Magi, Kevin Klose, Teresa Eccles, Julie Martin. And back in the production nook, we have our associate producers, Craig Williams and Sean Thompson. Well, again, I am Dustin West. I am your host this week. Our normal host, Pete Werner, is feeling just a little bit under the weather, so he's not here with us this week. Hopefully he will be back next week and starts to feel a little bit better. So you guys had a chance to head over to the Rainforest Café over at Downtown Disney.
I would not use the word chance. I would not consider this fortuitous.
The wonderful opportunity.
We had an opportunity.
We did.
Everything else was booked up or what?
No, we're trying to do some re-reviews. We're trying to go back in and do some things we've done before, but also get sort of a, here and there type of exposure to what's the food at Disney. So we decided that this was an opportunity. We were there one day and we said, let's go do it.
Opportunity.
Chance. Excitement.
There you go. First of all, I'm going to start by saying I think this is a concept that's just dated.
Okay.
We were there on a day that was really slow. But we still had to wait. Just so we had to wait like a minute and a half so they could make an announcement all over that part of Downtown Disney that we could approach the elephant.
Which, of course, I immediately think they're talking about me. And I go, well, that is the rudest thing I've ever heard.
There is a purple elephant.
Have you ever been there and they go, Smith family, approach the elephant?
Well, you have to approach a person standing in a big purple elephant. It's playful.
In the elephant?
It's playful. It's playful and colorful.
And kinetic.
And you then have to...
Do we have a picture of the big purple elephant? Because Teresa seems perplexed.
Oh, see?
Wow.
He's standing inside.
Isn't he playful and colorful?
Does it move?
No.
No.
It has no
the
kinetic
podium.
energy.
Okay.
And you can see by the thundering crowds that are there, we still had to have our name announced through the gift shop. So then they tell you have to go stand in a certain line, and there's 2 or 3 lines. And again, there's no one else around, and John and I are lining up like it's Toy Story Mania. So they took us inside, and they sat us at a 2-top up against a aquarium. There was a great deal of kinetic energy.
Yeah.
You dared me. I did it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop with that now.
Okay.
We sat there, and sat...
Also, when you walk in, they do that whole big spiel. But every 20 minutes, something's going to happen. And every 30 minutes, something different's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, I don't really care.
So we sat next to the big butterfly and the ape family,
Ooh, fun.
who are dusty.
And they
really?
scream.
Oh, they're just dusty.
What family?
The apes family.
The primate family, the animatronic primates.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I thought you were
Every
describing
20
someone
minutes,
at the next
they
table.
do this and scream.
That's rude.
Well, like you were saying earlier about this being an outdated concept, I mean, this falls in the same family as Planet Hollywood and
T-Rex.
Obviously T-Rex, Hard Rock Cafe, kind of these
I would not put Hard Rock Cafe in that group. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, at least Hard Rock. Hard Rock's loud and sort of has that feel about it, but there's not that sort of, you have to watch the animatronics every 20 minutes. And
It's
it
still
has
a
to,
dated concept. I agree with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So we sat down and we were, first of all, they put us at a 2-top, and it was chilly that day, so we had a duffel bag, not a duffel bag, a bag with our coats and stuff like that. But we were kind of out in the middle of the floor up against this aquarium, so I was trying to keep everything under the table. Our server was very nice. It's been a while since we did this, but she was nondescript. I couldn't say anything about her. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just service. I mean, it wasn't wonderful. The one thing that struck me as I'm at this restaurant are the prices. We had an appetizer, an awesome appetizer adventure. Ideal for 4. It's like when you read the side of a Ben & Jerry's container and it says servings per container 8 and you laugh.
Yeah.
This was ideal for 4, featuring our chimichachachas, spinach and artichoke dip with tri-colored tortilla chips, cheese sticks, and chicken tenders.
That spinach dip in the middle,
Looks
Yeah.
like cheesy.
it does not look like spinach dip.
No, it's the wrong
This is
color.
supposed
Yeah.
to feed 4 people.
That would feed
That looks
half
like-
of Corey.
I was going to say it'd feed 8 people. I don't know.
Apparently, you don't eat very much.
I'm not a big appetizer guy.
It comes with guacamole, marinara, and coconut curry sauce. Do you want to guess the price of this on this appetizer?
$20.
Ooh, ask me.
$18.99.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it would be expensive. That's expensive there.
But you're divided by 4 people.
That's still $5.
And you know what strikes me with looking at this picture? It's like
It's all the same color.
I buy foods. I buy home delivery from Schwann's Home Delivery, and it looks like something I get freezer out of bags in the freezer,
That's
right?
pretty much exactly what we thought.
And for those of you listening, not watching, we do have a lot of photos that go along with these reviews, and those will be available for you on the show notes page, www.disunplugged.com.
And the food sort of tastes the way it looks. It's all sort of one note. Nothing was spectacular. Nothing was bad. It wasn't like, oh, I ate this and it was terrible. It was just not
It's
exciting.
very beige.
Yeah, it's all very beige.
Beige.
It's just beige. John decided to try the Seaside Clam Chowder, a New England specialty loaded with tender clams, potatoes, and vegetables.
Can you tell where the soup starts and the bowl ends?
It was Campbell's clam
It was
chowder.
canned institutional soup.
And this is $7. So it, I so far there's nothing I can tell you that was out of the ordinary or anything else.
But it was overpriced, in your opinion.
Overpriced. Again, not really good. We go to some places that have incredible clam chowder.
If you're looking for the
half
best clam
price.
chowder in the world, go to Celebration Town Tavern.
Oh my gosh.
And on Friday night they have lobster chowder. Best clam chowder I've ever had, and it's not nearly as expensive. I don't know what the next picture is. I don't know if it's my entree or John's entree.
Looks like ribs and shrimp.
Okay, that's my entree.
Looks good.
I got the Taste of the Wild. Pick 2 of your favorites, served with safari fries and coleslaw. Pick from the land, Mojo Bones, barbecue chicken or flat iron steak, and pick one from the sea, coconut shrimp, fried shrimp, or dynamite shrimp. I went with the Mojo Bones and the fried shrimp.
There's just one fry on the plate, the one little French fry.
Oh, so your shrimp is not coconut?
No.
It looks coconutty.
It does.
It does.
No, they're not. It's just fried shrimp.
The fries are kind of behind the rack.
cut-
a
Oh,
little.
I just see that one little one on there.
They were stone cold. The coleslaw was warm.
Ew.
The ribs. Have you ever been to Sonny's Barbecue?
Yes. Unfortunately.
The ribs are better. And that's fried shrimp on a stick. You know, there might be coconut on those. It was a long time ago. And nothing about it was memorable. I did have fun with the sticks.
Did you sword
what
fight at
way?
the table
Pretty
afterwards?
This is $26.
Whoa.
And there is nothing remarkable about it. There is nothing that you would think, oh, I gotta have it. It is filler. That's what it is. It's just filler.
This is, in my opinion, this restaurant is for people who have children and they're looking for some place to go where they can feed the kids and have a
I was
drink
going
or
to say, though, we
something.
were something I was going to save to the end and mention is that this is in downtown Disney. Wolfgang Puck Express is right there. And
It's
I
so much
realized-
better.
Fresh food.
So much better.
Fresh.
And there's even stuff for kids. There's macaroni and cheese, and there's
Yeah, but
chicken
there's not
tenders.
ape families.
And there's a
in-
carousel right outside the door.
It depends where you sit. You might sit next to the ape family. You never
That's
know.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, it's just.
Well, can I ask you this? Why do you think they're able to get away with these prices for this kind of food when a neighboring restaurant with superior food could have the same price?
Because I hate to admit it, but I think Julie's right. I think parents take their kids there to occupy their time. I don't know. When I was growing up, I was told that when I was in a restaurant, I behaved or I was never leaving the house again. This is a wildly expensive food that's not all that remarkable. It certainly doesn't warrant the price, and I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I forgot to take a picture of it, but what's is the next one John's hamburger?
Yep.
John
It's a
got
little hat on it.
the barbecue bacon cheeseburger, 100% beef, topped with our Smokin' Mojo barbecue sauce, cheddar cheese, bacon, and a fried onion ring. Served on a toasted bun with your choice of lettuce, tomato, pickles, and cheese.
Isn't it backwards?
It looks
I've
good.
never seen the
ring.
lettuce and tomato under the burger.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's actually a double burger, I believe.
And the
No, it's a
onion
single
ring
burger.
is so tiny. It should be a
Right.
big ring.
There's another onion ring under the bun,
Okay.
but you're right. The lettuce and the tomato are on the bottom,
Shredded lettuce.
which I didn't.
The
Neither
shredded
here
lettuce
nor
would fall
there.
right off anyway.
It was a burger, and it wasn't even a great burger.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
you can go to Five Guys and get a killer burger.
Oh, yeah.
And how much was this?
The burger was $15.
What?
$15. That's a $6 burger.
If.
That's a $6 burger you'd get at a tavern or a
That's
bar
right.
or something. But it looks, I mean, you're saying it's nothing special, but I mean, it looks good.
No,
That's
that
probably,
onion ring looks weird. and
probably what
creepy.
I would have ordered.
It does. It's like a little mushroom hat sitting there.
Well, one of the things I did like about it was it wasn't the typical patty that you kind of get, the sort of flattened, preformed patty. It looks like it was a regular handmade burger, which was nice, but it wasn't special. It wasn't great. It
Not
was
for
just a-
$15.
We used to go to Rainforest. My family, when I was younger, every time we came down to Disney World, that was like we got to go to the Rainforest. And I'm not looking back on it. I'm not exactly sure why, but
I'm going to guess younger was 15 years ago or more.
no, I was probably like 15 or 16 years old. So only like 10 years ago.
15 or 16 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, then your parents weren't bringing you there to entertain you. They're bringing you
Yeah,
to
what's
torture
the
you.
point? Were they just like trying to?
Well, because we had liked
Here,
it as
Dustin.
children, but I remember enjoying the food and enjoying the atmosphere. But there did come a point where it didn't appeal to me anymore.
And the stuff that goes on obviously is not for me. This is not aimed
It's
at
not
me.
good at me either.
It is just not, supposed to entertain me. However, as an adult, I don't want every 20 minutes things to scream at me while I'm eating.
Me neither.
I mean, I realize I sound like my father and I'm old and crotchety, but the last thing I want is to be biting my burger and having in my face.
No, and it's like a scream.
Right.
Yeah, it's loud.
It could scare, like if you
It
have
scares
some of your
children.
kids, it could scare them.
It is
Now,
obnoxious.
our lunch was $70.
Oh my god!
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Now, we ordered an appetizer for $4 at $20. We could have skipped that. We would have been hungry, but we could have skipped it. And John could have skipped the soup. So you can do it for less, and there are entrees for less. We just kind of picked random things. I mean, you can get a chicken sandwich for $15. You can get a barbecue wrap for $15. You can get Caribbean coconut shrimp for $23. So nothing is a bargain. And I've always said over and over and over again, I understand when a restaurant is expensive, but you're getting quality food. If you spend $26 on an entree, in my opinion, you should walk out thinking, that was really good.
Yeah.
Or, ooh, I would like to go back and get that again. There is nothing that would get me to go back into the Rainforest Café. While we were sitting there, I went to use the restroom. And as you walk towards the restroom, there's this pool of water. I am so sorry I didn't take a picture of it. John had the camera. And in it is Atlas holding the globe.
Right.
And I have never seen water so green. I am sure it's from Chernobyl. It smelled. I am sure that if you put your hand in there, you would pull back a bloody stump. It is the greenest, grossest, slimiest
this is inside
water.
the
And this is
restaurant.
right
Yeah.
inside the restaurant. There are people
chairs.
On the way to the bathroom,
Standing in a puddle of water.
I have a child who loves to put his hand in water.
all I could think of, you would need a silk wood scrub.
And it is child high. It is
is.
something that a kid would be drawn to.
And I'm not talking a puddle. I'm talking,
A fountain.
well,
Like a koi pond size.
no, it's huge. It's bigger than the room
I mean
we're
deep,
in.
like
oh yeah.
Koi
Okay,
pond
yes,
deep.
probably
Yeah.
it's the walls probably 2 feet high, 2.5 feet high, and there is this disgusting rank water, and people are eating right next to it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I have to ask you this. Did you notice the smell? Like when you walked into the restaurant, did it smell funny?
Yes, the whole thing smells like a damp basement.
Really?
Well, they've got water running constantly.
I would figure it would smell like chlorine. If
No,
anything.
they're not recycling this water or filtering it or cleaning it or chlorining it. It smells like damp, musty basement. And the floor is concrete, and there's a lot of faux stone around, and a lot of glass from aquariums and things like that. There's nothing that muffles the noise. There's nothing. I mean, you sit down, and the table felt damp.
Oh.
It just, and then I was, all right, this is not meant for me. I am not the audience for the Rainforest Cafe. However, I have no problem eating a McDonald's burger in my car. So
Right,
it's not that
exactly.
I'm above a cheeseburger. Trust me. This is just awful. It's just, there's nothing, there's no there. And then you walk to the bathroom and you think, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get Legionnaire's disease or something just from being in here. I can't believe that the health department finds this pool of slime to be okay.
Yeah. And that's interesting. It's so simple to clean something like that in a controlled environment. It's not like a pond that's outside that has fish in it. That
Right. No, this is just...
Maybe it was supposed to be that color.
I don't think so, because he's describing it, and that's not how I remember it years ago. It really
No,
isn't.
this is not... It smells bad.
And what-
It kind of looks like the bathroom's flushing into there. That's all I can tell you.
oh,
Oh
gosh.
my!
It's really revolting.
I'd be interested to see if the Rainforest Cafe over at the Animal Kingdom has some of these similar issues.
I think you should go.
Yeah, so we think someone else should go. We volunteer you.
I had the opportunity and chance to do this with
And
all
again,
its fun and kinetic energy.
you might, if it was perhaps the only restaurant there, you might say, okay, I have to eat here. It's the only place.
There are other choices.
Plenty of other
For
choices.
a third
in downtown
or
Disney.
less of the price, you can go get a sandwich and a salad at Earl of Sandwich.
Well, that is one thing you can say about the one in Animal Kingdom, is that there are limited options over at the Animal Kingdom, and that really does become an issue for some people who are visiting the Animal Kingdom. If everything's booked up on a really busy day, Rainforest Cafe might be their only option. At Downtown Disney, however, I don't think you can say that. There's enough restaurants throughout the entire West Side, Pleasure Island, and everything that...
There is a huge gift shop associated with this
Yeah.
restaurant, and everything in it says Rainforest Cafe on it. And I
And
think
it's
to
not
myself,
a destination. I'm sorry.
I think to myself, do people still buy? It's like when people, you said it all, Planet Hollywood. Do people still buy Planet Hollywood merchandise? I mean, isn't this
I
something?
really
that's
hope not.
Isn't that something
You
that
said you didn't say
its
Planet
time has
Hollywood,
come
you
and
said
gone?
I like Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock.
I mean,
Hard Rock Cafe. The last time I was there, the food was good.
I mean, it's it's kind of like bar food, but it can be a little bit better.
Bar
But I like the rock memorabilia around that I
Right.
can look at there. That's what draws me there. And it's not like a destination for us. If we just happen to be over there, we might eat there. But I can say that we've only been, since our kids have been born, we took Ferris once, and then we said we'd never go back.
To Rainforest?
Uh-huh. And then when Finley came along, I think we took them there together once, and we've never
Now,
been back
I can
since.
tell you that the last time I was at the Hard Rock Cafe, they had cornbread with maple butter. That's like
That sounds really
slap
good.
your family good.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, we avoid it. We're like, no, we can't. We can take them in the gift shop and let them do that, but we won't eat there.
And you can
anymore.
see the fish, and you can sit on the bar stools that look like animal
Yes.
butts. And I think, great. However, I can't imagine anybody saying to themselves, I'm leaving home, I'm going to the Rainforest Cafe.
Now,
Yeah.
am I wrong in that? Didn't they were going under some sort of refurbishment recently? They had it.
They did. They had walls up for a long
I
time.
know they were replacing the roof, I think, but
Okay, I was going to say, because the inside looks exactly
Yeah,
the same.
it was a outside change, not
A structural thing?
Yeah.
because the fact that you're talking about this water and the fact that Mr. Gorilla Man had dust,
You can see the cobwebs on him.
Maybe he just walked through the dirt to get
Could've.
there or something.
Could have been. I can't think of any reason whatsoever to send anybody to Rainforest Cafe. You would have, in my opinion, you would have to be desperate and have money to burn.
Kevin, I thought your review might go this way, but it sounds like it's for different reasons than maybe I would think. I would have assumed that obviously that this isn't necessarily your style of restaurant that you would want to go to, but it sounds like you wouldn't even recommend this to families and kids.
I
And,
try and go in with an open mind, and I'm really not a lot about. I really don't like pretension, and the fact that we were told to have a seat on the bench across from the restaurant with no one around,
Yeah.
so that they could announce me throughout the entire gift shop. Let the Klose party approach the elephant. And then I had to go stand in this queue to wait for a certain hostess with a menu to come get me. All right, the pageantry is silly, but okay. I just think this is really expensive, mediocre food. And the only selling point I can see for anybody is this experience with the dusty gorillas in the swamp water. It does look like it's raining from inside, and it does smell like your basement. So, again...
Well, you said it was $70 for your meal, correct?
For the
That's
two
an
of us.
expensive lunch.
For 2 people. So I'm thinking, a family of 4 or 6 people, it could be a $200 meal. That is not what you're looking to spend when you're on vacation at Disney.
Take away appetizers completely and just say 4 entrees at $15 a head plus sodas and stuff.
And what if, appetizers? If you order appetizers or soup or alcohol.
Again, we ordered the most expensive appetizer.
Right.
But instead of trying a bunch of things...
Right. That was our way of sort
Sampling.
of
Right.
sampling other things.
But you also ordered one of the most basic things on the menu being a cheeseburger. And that was $15. That is... Because I think even if you have like a family of 4 or something and you say, okay, let's go in this and just get like burgers, the most... rather than ordering on the kids menu, I don't think...
You don't have kids, so
No.
you can't just say, you're eating a cheeseburger.
Right.
No, it has to be the food they want.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if a family even did that, that's still, like John was saying, it's still really expensive.
A turkey wrap is $15. Pasta with baby shrimp is $24.
These are like nice restaurant prices.
Yeah.
Where you're expecting fresh shrimp, and I'm sure those are not fresh.
And you're getting bad bar food, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking for bar food, leave downtown Disney and go out to the Ale House, where for a quarter of the price, and you'll have a good time. And there's video games for your kids to play.
Yeah.
You could spend money on video games and food and still come out saving money.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, you may think that we went in a little biased because it's not our type of thing.
No.
We'll go to some place like the Ale House that's loud and there's a lot going on if the food is good.
Yep.
If there's something that's worth going for.
There has to be something redeeming about it. I go to the Ale House, and for $8, we get a platter of nachos that would feed everyone in this room.
Oh, I love those nachos.
Sounds good.
You're talking about the chicken nachos, aren't
Yes.
you?
Yeah, they're really
But
good.
it's $8, and it feeds like 6 people.
It's gigantic.
You hit the nail there when you said there has to be something redeeming about it, because you guys can look past this stuff, these dusty gorillas and whatnot. If that food was spectacular or even good, you'd have a different review on your hands.
I have no trouble eating in a dive.
Yeah.
I really don't. I sometimes that's the best food, but the food has to be good. One of the criteria I set up whenever I do a restaurant review is, can I do this at home for less? I can fry shrimp at home. I can,
Make a
I can,
burger.
right. I can make chicken tenders. I make a
Or
really
you can
good
heat them
burger.
up.
Right. I can go buy Swanson fried or chicken tenders or Purdue
Schwan
chicken
man.
tenders.
You go to BJ's and get that appetizer sampler, which is, I'm pretty sure, what they had.
Exactly. And there's nothing other than you're there and you're hungry. There's nothing redeeming about this, in my opinion. And I can't believe that there's a lot of people left that this screaming gorilla and the giant cardboard butterfly and the swamp water is a novelty anymore. I mean, when this place first opened, it was, this is kind of
cutting
different,
edge and-
cutting edge.
Right.
This is something that's time
New
has come
children
and
are being
gone.
born every day, so the new young ones coming in, right? It would be nice for them, I guess. Huh?
It was very circle of life. Teresa.
Everything the light touches. So that's my opinion. You can do a lot better with that money get better food for less elsewhere on Disney property. The Rainforest Café is not my cup of tea, and I don't think it should be yours either. And don't let your kids touch the water.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Sorry to say it was a more negative review. I wish it was positive, and I hope that they can make some changes with that. But that is going to do it for this episode of the DIS Unplugged. We hope you enjoyed it, folks, and we will see you next week with another episode of the DIS Unplugged. Goodbye. Have a nice week.